Hello there, Ray here, and recently Minecrafter and YouTuber Dream was in prison in this high security prison built on Dream SMP. And you guys suggested that instead of using my big brain to build crazy stuff in Minecraft like automatic dragon farms and beacon farms and other insane stuff like that, that instead I should use my 12 years of playing Minecraft to figure out how to get Dream out of this prison. Now, the person who designed this Minecraft prison actually did a really good job. The prison cell is made out of obsidian with guardians, making it pretty much impossible to mine out. The entire thing is covered in lava, and there's all these security measures that anybody who wants to visit Dream has to go through. So there's absolutely no other items in the cell with a Dream, even when there's visitors. Now I'm going to show you guys how to escape this prison only using one block, which is already inside of the cell. So make sure you guys subscribe as I come up with thousands of cool tricks like this on my channel. So this is everything that there is inside of the prison cell. Now there's not too much here. We have the lectern with a book in it. He also has a chest which he has some other books in, and this cauldron with water. He has this little clock that he plays with. He has 2 glowstone, and there's an entrance here where visitors come from, and then there's this barrier of netherite blocks that comes up and kind of separates the player from the visitor until everything is secure, and then the visitor and Dream can chat in this area over here. There's a lot more to this entire system, tons of security checks and protocols and lava curtains. Now besides that, there is a respawn system where if Dream dies, he will end up in his bed up above, and then it just pushes him back down here again. But we really don't know too much of the workings of what's going on up there or any of the other redstone on this entire prison area. So I'm going to attempt to escape this area without knowing anything about what is outside of this room here or the workings of the respawn mechanics up there. And I'm going to do all this without using any glitches. This also can be done without relogging and without dying. First, I'll show you an easier way to escape, and then I'll show you how you can do it with a single block. Now, if you're one of those people that did not hit that subscribe button, after you see the solution, you will. So the first thing that Dream would need to do is break this glowstone block here and pick up the glowstone dust that he gets from it. Now, you can get anywhere between 2 and 4 of these, and by opening up your inventory, you have access to a small crafting grid, which you can use this to craft it back into a block. Next, you break this glowstone block here, and you can also get between 4 and 2 glowstone. If you got 4 both times, you got lucky, and you won't have to do an alternative method, which I'll show at the end. Next thing you do is you break this chest full of books and quill. Then you go ahead and break the lectern. Now you have 4 blocks that you can use to your disposal. So now you want to get rid of all of the blocks except for 1 glowstone, which you're going to place on the outside of this obsidian block right here, inside of the lava. Let's go ahead and place that block in, and now if you want to, you can hop back into this cauldron to remove the fire. Now you got 3 more blocks to work with, so the next block you place in right here, and then you place one in right here, which is the chest, and save the lectern for later on. Now next thing you want to do is remove this chest and place it 1 block farther. Okay, now you are ready for the next part. As you can see, this makes the lava almost extend to this area here. So now all we do is place in our lectern right here, and we remove any fire that will spawn here or here. There you have it, guys. You just made another portal, and you can escape the entire prison by going through here. Now you're over here in the nether dimension, and you can make your way over to your base. So when I seen that the prison was made out of mostly lava and obsidian, including the inside of his actual holding cell, first thing I thought was maybe I could make another portal using all this obsidian. All I would need to have is something that is flammable, meaning that it can catch on fire and burn up. And that is exactly what a lectern is. Being made out of wood, the lava will catch it on fire and it can eventually burn up. The biggest challenge was that this area here by the entrance where the lava is only 2 blocks tall, and you can't build another portal here. It has to be at least 3 blocks tall. But over here in the main area where his cell is, it is 3 blocks, perfect for making another portal. So all I had to do is figure out a way to get the fire source over here on top of this block, which would immediately ignite this and turn it into another portal. There is a few different ways you can do this. You can even do this just with the lectern. If you put it right here, this lava will place fire over here, and it's possible for this fire to wrap around and end up on this side. And when it does that, you just want to remove this lectern before the fire destroys it and place it on the other side so you can continue this. And then you just continue this, and now we're in the exact same position where this fire wraps around to this side. It will create another portal here, which a player can use to escape the prison. And there it goes. Now you just escaped it using a single block. This method is very risky because the fire could burn up the block rather than moving on to the other side. And getting the lava over here means that you do have to risk it, and hopefully you get enough glowstone from both of these to produce 2 glowstone blocks. And if you don't, then you end up missing one of the blocks you need. Now, there is a way to solve this solution, and that has to do with this big room we got here. There is a couple areas where mobs can spawn in here with the glowstone in the locations they were. But once you take them out, now this is a big area for mobs to spawn in. So if the prison guard is over there, mobs are going to spawn around them. And if you just log out of the server, there's a good chance over time mobs will spawn inside of here. Now, there is 3 mobs that could help you escape. One of them is the witch, because the witch has a chance of dropping glowstone dust. So you'll eventually get enough glowstone so you can make another glowstone block. Now, another useful mob is the zombie. It has a 5% chance of dropping an iron ingot. So I just got 1, and all you need to do is get 4 of these. And I just got the 4th ingot, and that's what you need to craft a iron trap door, which you can use as your 4th block. Now, the other mob you can go after is the spider, which will drop you some string. And when you get 4 string, you can use those to craft a wool block. And this is ways you can get blocks without having any near you. Now, you most likely will die several times trying to kill this many mobs, but you do have that respawning system. So you just keep at it until you get what you need. You might just be thinking, well, there's no way to actually keep people imprisoned in Minecraft. There's always a way to escape. And that is actually not true. But I actually designed a player prison. That doesn't matter what items you bring with you, it's impossible to escape. So make sure you guys are subscribed as well as to have the bell turned on so you don't miss out on that. Now, there is quite a few other ways that you could escape this, even without having outside help. The prison itself is actually pretty secure once you're inside, but the entire thing just looks really menacing from the outside, but it's not as big as what it might appear in their videos. Now, this is a recreation which I've linked down below, and also watch quite a bit of footage of the actual interactions that people have with Dream to tweak some of the dimensions of this to make it just like Dream's actual cell. There's also other great videos of people trying to escape this, which I've linked down below. And more recently, they did change up his room a little bit, where they put in some crying obsidian, which wouldn't work for a nether portal. But I came up with this solution a couple of weeks ago, and I wanted to get a video about it, even if it's a little bit late. Now, I do know a couple of people that play on Dream SMP. I haven't really been keeping up on what's all going on in the server. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure to check out my playlist all about crazy tricks and glitches in the game of Minecraft that you can do in your very own survival world, which I've linked down below. Now, when most people have seen this prison, they've seen a lot of lava and obsidian, but when I seen this, I seen obsidian and lava, which just goes to show it with a little bit of clever thinking, you can turn something that is a disadvantage to you into an advantage. I would like to thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.